There's so many people here. You've said that! You... Did they run out of dialogue here? God, they came out so strong and it's like slowly like dialogue is like dying right now. They have no idea that this is seemingly harmless speech. Wait a minute. They have no idea that this seemingly harmless speech will be the start of their nightmares. I've been fiddling with my fingers since we got here. My nerves slowly taking over me. There's so many nights. I pulled down my hood of my cloak to make sure that my face is concealed from them. Waltz suddenly reaches out to take my hand. He raises it to his lips. Okay. Waltz looks at me with a gentle smile. Don't worry, I won't let anything happen to you. I'm not worried about myself. I'm more worried about the people's safety. I'm more worried about the people's safety as well as our friends. I will not forgive myself if something bad happens to them. You're not the only one responsible for protecting everyone here. Remember that I will always share your burden, Lucette. Oh, there's 3 choices here. I don't think this is it. I know. I look up at him and smile. Thank you. I've told you so many times that I would do anything for you, Lucette. I feel the same way. Waltz wraps his arms around my waist. Ah! Waltz wraps his arms around my waist and draws me closer to him. Waltz! Waltz takes my hand and plants a kiss on my fingers. You worry too much, Princess. How I wish I could share your optimism. And this casualness. How does he manage to act like this in front of so many people and at so dire at a time? 'Cause he's in love. The king is here. The king is here. A woman announces the king's presence, and Waltz and I immediately turn our attention to the stage. He takes a step away from me, arms at his side, expression suddenly stoic. Alcaster walks to the center of the platform with a triumphant smile. Good day, my loyal subjects. Everyone goes silent at the sound of his voice. I know that much has happened in their kingdom since the late King Gennaro passed away. We are still exerting our efforts to find the king's murderer, his very own daughter. Rest assured that justice shall find this criminal, even if she is our own princess. Anyone who is able to surrender her to the palace will be rewarded handsomely. Members of the crowd began to chatter amongst each other. It hurts that people believe him, but I can't say I blame them. As your king, I will do everything in my power to make sure that the kingdom flourishes under my rule. How did her voice go? Mama, what is that? Even after all these years, you humans never change. That voice! I frantically look around for her, but though her voice echoes around us, she is nowhere to be seen. Where is she hiding? The crowd grows restless at the sound of her voice. Many try to search for her with their eyes. You lot are nothing but manipulative, lying rodents, and yet you call us witches the wicked ones. A bright light fades into existence right beside Alcaster. A silhouette emerges from the light, and suddenly I can see her in all her wicked glory. My mother, the witch who killed my father. Mithra stands beside her. She's here. Her sudden appearance causes the already restless crowd to break into panic. Silence. One word from her and the crowd falls into silence. Not a single person dares to move, their eyes now glued to the witch in front of them. Alcaster acts more quickly than I expected, drawing a sword from his sheath and pointing it at her neck. You, what are you doing here? You should be thankful that I let you play the king for so long. But I am not. But I am afraid playtime is over. That crown belongs to me. Mother faces the crowd with a smile and spreads her arms in a gesture of grandness. And yell, your queen is back. Mother is even paler than what I last saw her, making the dark circle stand out even more beneath her eyes. I don't know, she seems... visually right now. The drawing looks the same. She looks worse than perfect. Nah, she's pretty immaculate right now. I won't let... I won't... I won't let you steal my crown, witch. Oh, but I was not the one who stole it in the first place. Alcaster grits his teeth and charges toward Mother. Mithros deftly steps in front of her and casts a shield. Alcaster slams his sword into an invisible wall. Then, with a wave of Mithros' hand, Alcaster is suddenly thrown back. Once again, the crowd becomes restless. I've tolerated you for far too long, human. That's right, I'm saying human as human. They're humans now. But right now, you're inconsequential. And then he blows up. Sparkling icicle darts appear in midair as Mother raises her hand. They point outward, casting themselves in the direction of the townspeople. She used this spell before, but now there are even more of them. She looks weak, yet she can still manage this much. She can easily destroy this part of the town with that spell. I stare at Waltz wide-eyed, then lower my voice in a panicked whisper. I thought she was planning to kill Alcaster. Seems like the plans have changed. Farewell, my disloyal subjects. I can't let her do this. Who's that? I ignore Waltz and quickly run to the center of the crowd, knowing this will be the most effective place to set up a barrier. A strong gust of wind causes my hood to come off. Ooh, wallpaper? Oh, this is a first. I stretch out my arms as I concentrate on casting a shield around the entirety of the crowd. Isn't that the princess? Witch! I do my best to shut out everyone's voices as I push all of my energy towards the palm of my hand, imagining an impenetrable glass arching in front of us. As soon as I've cast the massive shield, the icicles shatter upon impact, falling away. I wince at the impact, but force myself to stand steady even when I am pushed back. I won't let you hurt anyone anymore, Mother! The crowd begins to murmur all around us. Ah, so you finally come, little one. It's good to see you again, my dear daughter. I knew I'd see some sort of reaction if I opened my speech like this. She did this to draw me out? Yeah. Now be a good girl and hand over what is rightfully mine. You won't get away with this. Wait, he's still... Wait. What? Alcaster is once again back on his feet, his sword poised and ready to strike. He can't defeat Mother with a mere sword. Mother looks at Alcaster, a wide grin slowly parts her lips. But I already have. And then he blows up. Mother flicks her hand and a silver light begins to gather in her palm. I recognize that spell! As much as I hate Alcaster for what he has done to this kingdom, I cannot just idly stand by as she summons a spell to kill him. I push myself forward, rushing toward Alcaster. Alcaster, run! He's not gonna run. But I'm too late. A second later, a sword of light appears and impales Alcaster right through his chest. No! This time the crowd finally begins to disperse. People begin to push past each other, screaming and crying. Most of them are almost at the edges of the plaza before Mother casts another spell, creating a barrier to lock everyone inside. A strange wave of energy pulsates through my body, making me stumble. That's right. Feed me your fear. The people's negative energy is fueling the TB, even though it's in the kingdom's garden, hidden by a secret tunnel. My eyes shift toward Mother, whose grin is deranged, inhumanly wide. A shiver runs down my spine. Mother, stop this madness! Ooh, they're fighting. In my moment of hesitation, Waltz rushes toward to cast a spell. Purple spikes run toward Mother, but she does nothing to stop them. Mithros effortlessly stands in front of her, casting a shield. The force of Waltz's spell sends him stumbling backwards. I hear his shield crack. Mithros tries to keep it up, but ends up succumbing to the force of Waltz's spell. Eventually, the glass shatters, and the spike force their way through. One of them impales Mithros through the chest. Really? I slept with Waltz, but bloody violence is too... Alright, cool. Alright, yeah. That makes sense. Ugh. Mother glances at Waltz, her lips pulled into a pleased smile. Impressive. You can still use your magic even after having been separated from it for so long. I expected no less from my superior apprentice. Mother turns to Mithros and raises her eyebrows slowly. You are still a disappointment, Myth. My queen. These are the last words he can manage before he stops speaking. Is he dead? Father! Fritz's voice echoes through the suddenly silent plaza. He rushes towards Alcaster, who has managed to walk a good distance away from Mother before he collapses to the ground. Soon Fritz is kneeling right beside Alcaster's bloody body. Urian and Garland are right behind them. I am about to walk over to them, but Karma holds my arm and pulls me back. Don't. But you don't want to set your eyes on a grisly sight up close, Princess. Mother watches Fritz and the two knights approach with disinterest. This is a fight for trying to steal what is rightfully mine. Alcaster brings his hand to his mouth and coughs. I can see blood on his hands. Father's last moments flash through my head, but I will the memory away as Mother turns her gaze on me. Mother surveys me with a warm smile. She holds out her hand and beckons me over. Join me, Lucette. We are meant to rule this kingdom hand in hand from the start, even when I try to suck out all your powers. These humans do not deserve your protection. They deserve to suffer after everything they've done to our kind. I shake my head. I'd rather die than join you. What? Ungrateful brat. This is how you repay me for everything I've done for you? You have done nothing for me. Very well, if you wish death, I will give it to you. Once I'm done with you, I'll destroy this kingdom and start anew. It will be a kingdom for the witches and I. I won't let you do that. Mother is taken by surprise when another purple spike suddenly pushes through the ground toward her. She steps back, avoiding the brunt of the attack, but her arm is still grazed. Blood oozes from a newly opened gash. Waltz! You'll have to get through me first. You can't stop me, traitor. Mother extends her hands, and in mere moments, lightning has suddenly appeared and winding its way up Waltz's body. We're attacking! I act on impulse. I know that the spell I have been taught will not even graze her, but I do not consider that consequence as I raise my head to... Oh dear. I act on impulse. I know that the spell I have been taught will not even graze her, but I do not consider that consequence as I raise my hand to cast a spell. Power slowly begins to trickle through my veins and into my palms as I approach the platform. Let him go! Sad, don't. My heart is in my throat as I draw closer to where they are. Let him go. I'll do anything, just let him go. Anything? Mother's voice is terrible and sweet, her tone filled with poison. I cannot bring myself to look at her. Instead, I keep my eyes firmly focused on Waltz. When Waltz speaks my name, it is in the soft voice that I have come to love so dearly. Musette. If you wish so much to save him, then you must return what you have taken from me. The Crystallum TB. Then you will become my sweet, obedient daughter once more. And then I will let Waltz go. Waltz's eyes begin to dim, and I can see the hope draining out of him. I'm sorry, Waltz, but I cannot lose you too. You know where to find me, Lucette. The longer you keep me waiting, the longer he suffers. Wait. Oh, they're both gone. Oh, shit. Well, I was gonna say, there's a blinding flash of light, and then Mother and Waltz are both gone. No! A dull ache began to spread through my chest. Again? I wasn't able to do anything again. Why am I so weak? Suddenly I feel Urian's hand on my shoulder. I turn to look at her. She stares at me solemnly for a few moments before her expression breaks and she shakes her head. Don't blame yourself for this. There's nothing you could have done. I have to save him. Urian looks through me and I follow her gaze. The people are starting to back away, their expression a mixture of fear and anger. This is exactly like 4 years ago. What should we do now? That witch just killed the new king. Everyone, it's best for all of you to go home and stay there where you'll be safe. And what? Wait until that witch kills us? One woman points an accusing finger at me. Her fear is palpable. That murderer is the witch as well. She's exactly like her mother. A wicked witch! The people begin to curse me. I stand quietly and listen to their insults. Can't blame them for thinking that way. Karma moves to stand beside Urian, and the two of them shield me from the angry masses. I doubt any of these people will listen to anything I say. Stop. A familiar man walks toward us with a gentle smile. You're... Oh, it's that guy. It's kind of weird that he has no eyes. Kind of creepy. Kind of Slender Man-y. Anyways, yes, you remember me. You helped make my daughter... You helped make my daughter happy on our special day with your gift. I'm surprised when both he and his wife come to stand beside me. What are you doing? I can finally properly repay you for what you've done. This man smiles at me before turning his attention to the crowd. We won't let you hurt the princess. Rumors may have spread about her being a cold and wicked person, but those rumors are false. I know the truth. She's truly a kind person. She just protected us from the evil Queen. Queen, have you no shame? The angry shouting begins to fade into hushed accusations and aggressive whispering. That's right. We won't let you hit Big Sister. These are the children that Waltz and I played with. The ones that watched the shows. The children stand to my other side. This Big Sister's a good person. We won't let you hurt her. I can only stare in shock at everyone around me. My vision blurs as tears come to my eyes. I quickly wipe them away at the back of my hand. Everyone? A simple act of kindness can go a long way, can it? These people believe in me. That's why I have to live up to their hopes. I take a deep breath and start working forward. Urian grabs my hand. her brow creasing with worry, but I shake my head at her and smile. I will be okay. Urian looks at me for a few moments before she finally releases me. Now that I am directly in front of everyone, the area has quieted. I close my eyes and take another deep breath. Slowly, I get down on one knee before them. I'm sorry. The crowd begins to murmur again. I can hear more than a few stifled gasps. Princess, you shouldn't. I raise a hand to silence Urian. I once again look to the townspeople. I know my words are meaningless, but I still want to apologize for everything my mother has done, and also to the people I've hurt. I was blind and naive, ignoring the fear and anxiety of so many people. But I've grown since then, and now I see with clear eyes the hatred you have for me and my mother. The crowd remains silent, so I continue. King Gennaro was killed by my mother, and I was not strong enough to save him. So yes, you are correct. I am the reason he is dead now. But I have made a promise to him, and I intend to keep it. I will protect Angiel in his stead. And I hope that all of you will give me a chance to prove myself worthy as your princess and your future queen. I will promise... Oh my god, this is a long monologue. I'm sorry. I promise I will make things right again, no matter what it takes. At least... I think I can. I bow my head once again before standing. I then turn to Urian and Karma. I notice that Fritz and Garland are absent and that Alcaster is nowhere to be seen. Where's Garland and Fritz? They took Alcaster's body away from all of this. Body? You mean... He has passed. Heaviness sinks into my chest. Bloodshed will only beget more bloodshed. This is why I cannot let anyone die anymore. You know that's an impossible... It's not possible! Please do your best, big sister. I'm pulled out of my reverie by the voice of one of the little boys. Let's play again when you come back. I stare at their smiling faces with bleary eyes. I don't know if I will live through this, but I do not have the heart to ruin their optimism. I'd like that. I need them to be hoping for a better tomorrow, so they will be strong enough to stand on their own feet if they must face the whole world. That's a little too deep for kids, but alright, we'll go with it. Urian, tell Delore and Parfait what happened when they come back to the Martian. What are you planning to do? Under no circumstances are you to go to that witch alone. Am I clear? Waltz would not want you to sacrifice yourself for him. I step back and smile at her and Karma. I apologize for this. I back away toward the palace, putting as much distance as I can between me and the crowd, the platform, and Karma and Urian. Then, as swiftly as I can, I hold out my hand to cast a large dome-shaped shield around the palace and I. Wow, smart. And at the same time, not smart at all. But alright, we'll just go with it. She's desperate. The energy is falling away from me even as I cast the spell, only to be replaced by new energy. The TB is gaining power. No! Urian rushes toward the shield and places her hands on it. She calls my name, but I can only shake my head at her. Princess Lucette, don't be so foolish! No, I refuse to let anyone die. Oh god. I can manage this shield for an hour. An hour?! That should be enough time to save Waltz and end this record. I'll offer one last smile before I turn and rush through the palace gates. Urian and Karma continue to call my name, but to no avail. I'm sorry everyone, but this is something I must do on my own. This is the only way I can protect you all. She is Batman! I expected the resistance when I entered the palace, but to my surprise there is no one here, not a single soul. Everyone must have evacuated when Mother appeared outside. The stagnant air around me is suffocating. The night air is quiet and cold as death. My footsteps are very loud in the emptiness of the palace. If I give my powers to her voluntarily, will I die? This thought has haunted me since I have first entered the palace. All too soon the doors to the throne room are before me. I pause in front of them, suddenly feeling anxious. Father, I'm sorry I cannot be the queen you wanted me to be. Waltz's life hangs in the balance. I must save him. I'm sorry for being so foolish and selfish. I take a deep breath and with renewed determination, I really like the word determination, push open the doors. Peter Pan and the Lost Girl. Wendy? Oh yeah, who is Wendy in this case? Is it Lucette? Maybe? Anyways, we're gonna end it there. I am so tired. Now I'm like falling asleep and probably rest up a bit, and with a renewed vigor I shall read hopefully better tomorrow. Yeah, that was good. That was a good session. Come back. This feels good doing this again. I miss doing this. Alright, anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.